before they come out.
ACAB! ACAB!
Alright guys, this is the time that I warned you about. We're gonna just go.
Can you guys hear the audio now? Can you guys hear the audio now?
Just to get my mask on. That right there was a Portlander who, you know, didn't agree with, well, agreed with the first part, not the second part of this, the part prior to 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. But with all this the way it's going, I would rather get my mask set up because I have a feeling that when they're gonna come out hard and yeah. So I'm gonna put you guys over here for just about a minute, and I'll take us all right back to the auction.
You're on me, right? You're on me?
Actually, let's see if we can just put you guys right over here by the fence, just in case. I'm also throwing some gloves on too. I'm gonna try and as protected this time as possible. Yesterday I was off, but yet I still had a bunch of burning all over from all the gas. So.
Once again, for those of you guys just tuning in right now, this is live coverage of downtown Portland, Oregon, guys. This is live coverage downtown Portland, Oregon, where these violent protests continue. Something must be done. This must be stopped.
All you happy people.
Oh, wow. Like, and it was like...
Big shout out to Limitless America for providing this.
82% of that, 82% or $306 million of that budget is spent on benefits, salaries, and overtime. How about you cut those first? That's 82% of the budget. You cut those first and take that money and put it back in black communities right along with the rest of it. That's where you start at, right there with your salaries. Officers are making upwards of $400,000 a year. The citizens ain't even making that.
We listed their salaries one by one.
I want to point something out. Madame, she did say that they're going to offer proposals. Proposals from who did I ask?
Right.
So there's been several council members who've been working closely with folks from Decriminalize Seattle, for example, and King County Equity Now on some of you may have seen that in committee, right? They presented the 4 points. They came with a 13-page detailed plan, sort of first bucket priorities, second bucket priorities, third bucket priorities, etc. So we're following that blueprint. And
What does that mean? What's the blueprint?
the blueprint is that 13-page document that
What's the budget?
Wait, hold on.
We're trying to get to it.
No, I'm trying to
We're trying to get to the same.
yeah. So there's the 13-page document, and that's what we're calling the blueprint, and that's what we're following.
Okay, so how do we get to sit at that table with everybody else?
And how do we
Because
see
we're
that?
putting in the legwork for it.
And how do we see that 13?
The page document.
For some who hasn't seen it.
Right.
The 13-page document.
Yeah.
They're publicly available. I'm happy to send it to whoever the
send it
point
right
is.
here.
Okay. Can I get your contact
Yeah.
information before
for
you
sure.
take off? Or?
She can get a hold of all of
For
us.
sure.
Take the bill to them because they're
The leaders. Okay.
all
right.
and so that's why it's like
Okay.
they need to work as
Got
a
it.
order. So it's
So I can get that.
Hey, can you guys quiet down?
And then I think it'll be important to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
Wednesday is going to be an important day. We are meeting starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. There is public comment available online. All you got to do is call in, and we need to hear from people. So
links in the bio.
so the more there we go.
Absolutely.
So call in on Wednesday. Show your support for the council following through on that blueprint that has been community drafted and community driven.
What community drafted? What community driven?
So that's what I'm talking about. The Decriminalize Seattle and King County Equity Now have developed that team.
Those things too are much more than just.
See, that's the problem. This is what I was going to get to here. So,
Yeah.
something that is an issue, don't mind my phone, I am live streaming right now. Okay, so I just wanted to make it aware to you that we do not agree with the 4 points that they put out
Okay.
as to where that money should go to
Got it.
whatsoever. Okay, those 4 points. What was the first one? To remove police from
Dispatches.
from 911 dispatch.
Imagine life beyond policing, affordable housing, and anybody in the crowd know the one that I just missed?
The 4 points.
Said 911.
Okay, so just to start with the first 2 points, affordable housing, that is a very important one. I will stay with that. That's
folks.
Yeah, back up a little bit. You
Yeah,
back
Remember.
up. Back up. Can we
The one that I
take some
missed
steps
is
back,
scaling
please?
up community-based
Can we all
solutions.
take a couple steps back and give us some breathing room, please? The COVID
Us
is still
too.
real.
Step
out
back
here.
to
I'm coming. But COVID is real. Still. Listen, but can we just give us some
Okay, so this is the point. We don't need money to imagine life beyond policing. We can do that with our own free imagination on a daily basis. There's no reason why money should be put to doing that when it could go into black schools and black health, okay? In addition, you don't need money to stop the connection between 911 dispatchers and police officers. Just cut the connection. Why do you need to take that budget and put it there? When we say defund SPD by 50% and relocate those funds into black communities, that's it. There is no negotiation. There's no going around it. There is no picking out money slowly by slowly to see if they'll act right. No, it's cutting it and taking it straight to black communities right away. And I think that proposal that those two organizations have been working with, it does not work with that. It does not mention that. It does not specifically mention black communities repeatedly. And that is an issue. And the fact that you guys are using those organizations to represent the entire black community here is a huge problem. Because as you can see, we don't agree. We don't agree. So that is something that needs to change. Absolutely.
So tell me more about what you want to see.
We want to see those funds.
What we want to see is.
We want to see those funds reallocate to communities we mentioned earlier, the city, the South End, West Seattle, and we talk about communities, the Black communities within those, like education, community centers, drug addiction, social work, all of those things that healthcare, exactly, healthcare, mental health, all of those
Talking about it, you know, it's not hard.
That we can't use other resources, not resources, but other options besides policing, like for example, I always bring my Rainier Beach, a beautiful place where they already have an organization that in the hotspots in Rainier Beach, they send out different people who are qualified. So also to deal with youth so that they don't end up in jail at all, because once they end up in jail once, they're destined to go back again for the most part. So we need to find a way to intervene before, not intervene, but give them other options to do it before.
Show them that there's someone who believes in them. There's someone who believes in these Black kids that they can accomplish so much more than dribbling a ball or throwing a ball or rapping a rhyme in order to be successful in this country. Because there's no reason why a school that's falling apart should have a $7-point-something million football field, but the school itself is falling apart. There's no reason why there should be cops driving Audis and Mercedes, but teachers can't even pay for Crayolas. Do you see what I mean here? You see what I'm saying? So it needs to be so specific that these funds are going to those communities, that it's obvious they are being neglected, not just by police, but by in so many other ways, in the healthcare system, by the teachers, but in so many ways, and all of that, those funds need to go there. That's where it needs to go, to these Black and brown communities. Period.
So how do you propose to include us in that process? How do you plan to put us in that conversation?
You tell me how you want to.
We want to sit at the table. That's what we're asking.
Period.
We want to sit at the
They
table.
gonna build their own table. They gonna build their own table.
With everybody and be included with every single thing. We want to be included.
Decisions making, where that money goes, I don't like no person, I don't understand why you guys took two organizations and ran with it. I do understand they have been doing work for a long time, but they do not speak for everyone. We have made that very clear, and y'all are only coming out and talking to us because we're showing up to your houses, but you guys aren't extending your resources to us and saying, what can I do, which should have been done. And D-Crim and King County Equity now, that's $3 million. Y'all are trying to dress up money. It's not cool. We are fighting for 50%. We are coming out every day for 50%. That's what we're doing. And you guys saying, I'm just gonna give you 16 million, was it that you said? Or 13. Yeah, 13 million, and saying, okay, well, here's a little sprinkle for you. Here's a slice of the cake. Not giving you the whole cake. We're out here doing the work and sweating our asses off. Exhausted trying to get you guys to listen to us.
These are the people. We have no political ties. We're not an organization with leaders with political ties at all. We're just the people. We're the actual community who live in your district, who are your neighbors, who are this and who are that, with no other. We have experience because we're Black people. I'm 25 years old. I've lived this life forever. 28. We have elders here who are going to live too. So just because we haven't necessarily been in organizations now doesn't mean we don't know what we're talking about. And we have no ulterior motives besides working for the Black community and our youth.
Right. Listen, the youth are the future, and the fact that we're not actually investing in their futures is terrifying. My 6-year-old nephew is one of those Black youth that had to come up in this school system. And it's gonna fail him the way it's designed right now. It's gonna fail him to the fullest extent. Because that's how it was meant to be. That's how it was designed to be. Because property taxes pay for schools. But
That clicking sound is the spray paint, guys. It's spray paint. It's a spray paint can. And I'm not reading all of the comments right now. Sorry, I can't read all the comments right now.
But see how public schools can spend, they got a $90 million budget, so why are their schools looking like that, but they got $7 million fields in the back? Oxycorrosive is what we're talking about, that's what that $7 million field is. But the school literally is deteriorating every single day while we're sitting here talking too. So why is it that we have this, let's just call it what it is, this racially segregated school system still, when it was supposed to be gone, but yet here it is still to this day. We still have redlining to this day. We still have slavery to this day. It's called the prison system. That education street prison pipeline is real. I am a factual product of it. I've been through it, so I know it's real. That is the problem. It starts in these schools. When my mother was a kid, in elementary school, they had trades in their schools. They had vocational programs to teach these kids trades and skills. They don't have that now today. All they care about is standardized tests. If they can pass this test, we can get them good. But let's be real. Majority of these black kids don't even pass these tests to even think to graduate. Because they're already condemned not to pass from jump. They're already condemned from the jump. From the day they're born. They're already made out to be this criminal. So the school failed them way before they even got there. So how are you committed to changing that for these youth that are coming up now? Because this is why we're here, is for these youth. It's not about us. I could care less about how this is going to affect me. I care about how this is going to affect my 6-year-old nephew, my 3-year-old niece, my 2-year-old nephew. I want to know how this is going to, I'm changing this for them. So
And for your baby.
For your baby.
And for your
Literally,
baby.
For your child. So how are you committed to changing this racial school system to benefit these black kids and give them the same opportunities as the kid in Bellevue?
I mean,
The kid up in Queen Anne.
Right.
I think we know.
Let her answer the question.
I think we know the answer, right? The answer is investments. We gotta make investments in that community, and we gotta begin and quickly disinvesting from the carceral system and prison system and police.
We need money.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta do both, right? It's a both and.
Right.
We gotta get money back into black communities. I shouldn't even say, and we gotta defund SPD.
About
I mean, there's
50%
just
this year
no way around it.
and next year. We're gonna
Period.
listen.
It's definitely a long term effort, right?
And we're
Like, it can't
aware
just be this year budget. It's gotta be.
for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, how are you gonna help
What are
us?
you actively doing to help us do
Yeah.
that?
The tool that I have as a council member is around the budget.
Right.
And right now we're dealing with the budget. And on Wednesday, on Wednesday we're gonna be looking at the first wave of cuts. I say potential because I'm only one vote, right? Like, so I can't make guarantees, and I don't want to make you guarantees. I know how I'm
But
gonna
you
vote.
You can get us a seat at the table, though.
But I will talk to the chair of the budget committee. I don't run the budget committee, but I can talk to the chair.
Who does?
If you leave me, that's Councilmember Teresa Mosqueda is the
Okay,
chair of the budget
that's
committee.
good.
She gets
I'll be there,
to.
but you don't know.
Tomorrow night.
She gets to decide who attends committee hearings. And so I'm happy to talk to her.
Okay.
And again, we're gonna exchange contact information, the three of us, so
Yes.
that way we can stay in
For
touch
sure.
around that.
Because we do know about Mosqueda's backdoor deals and all that, the late night meetings and whatnot. We know about all that stuff. Like, we know there's backroom, cold door meetings. We know this. Like, we not like, as much as people want to believe like we're just some dumb ignorant kids out here doing whatever. We're really not that. We really are pretty well educated on what is going on around us.
With the lack of resources, with the lack of resources,
we've been doing
not with a
research.
conducive environment that other people have, which is exactly what they're talking about.
You know, so we're not these dumb kids that people want to paint us out to be. We're really very intelligent. We really know what we're talking about, and that's why we want to sit at that table. So you said you're committed to talking to Ms. Skada about that.
Yeah.
Great. That's the start.
First step.
Baby steps.
Baby
Okay?
steps.
I appreciate that. And we appreciate you coming out here with your child and your husband, speaking to us.
In a pandemic,
During a pandemic,
and a revolution.
And the revolution.
So you agree, right, that we need to get each and every racist, sexist, and homophobic person out of any position of power, right? And what are we gonna do about that? What are you gonna help us do about that? You have a position of power in which you could do something with that to help get these people out. What are you gonna help do?
Well, again, the thing that I have available to me is the budget. That's city council's strongest tool. We control the budget, and where the money goes
Follow the money.
is where the people are, right? So our biggest impact with the support of people and the ongoing building of the movement in support of this move, we will see a reduction in the number of cops. We will see a reduction.
But wait,
in
tell them
cops.
don't get rid of the BIPOC cops first as a scapegoat. Tell them to get rid of those racist white cops first. That committed murders.
Seniority or not.
Seniority or not, that have actually committed murders. For example, Michael Spalding and Scott Miller are two prime examples. They killed Shay Taylor while he was complying with it. So they should be on the first ones on the list to go out.
They should have quit their jobs already.
Killed Charlene Lyles, along with the officer Noah Zach who killed Sean Fear. All those
Molly Clark. Molly Clark.
She needs to be arrested. She needs to be arrested.
Well, Molly Clark, just so everyone knows, Molly Clark found the easy way out and retired, or either.
But it's still getting paid.
Literally talks about ending qualified immunity.
For sure.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? What are you doing for you guys been talking for an hour. That's why they out here. Literally why they're out here.
What are you doing for the mentally ill? What are you doing for the mentally ill?
She literally just said she about budget.
Yeah.
So she going to hit
all of these things that we're talking about are important issues, and our biggest mechanism in city council is the budget. We get to make decisions about where to invest dollars, and more importantly, where not to invest dollars.
Not in your
And
cops,
so-
that's for sure.
So I think, you know, I'm hearing you. I'm listening right now,
Yes, ma'am.
and
We appreciate you.
and I really appreciate you all sharing your perspective with me. And it can't just
you for
be,
sharing your time.
And it can't
No,
just
for
be.
real, thank you
It
for sharing
can't
your
just be
time.
tonight. You too. Of course. I mean, like, it's been really hard for me. I like being around people, and I really believe in being able to connect with people that I'm supposed to be representing, that I believe I represent. And it's hard to do that during a pandemic when I'm at home and trying not to expose myself because I have a little baby. And so I appreciate you guys coming out.
6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet.
And bringing the action to me, because I've been missing being in the action. And so I really want to thank you for that. Again, the budget is council's biggest tool. As a council member, that's where I get to have the biggest influence. And we need to hear now from members in the
Again, that noise you're hearing is the protesters drumming on the fence. There is a small fire. It is about 100 feet from the door of the building. That is caused from a firework probably being thrown into the fire. The night before last, right here on the corner, the fence was breached. We showed that live here on Real Progressives. And the crowd was inundated with tear gas, rubber bullets. And the federal police came out in tank-like vehicles and vans. They pushed the crowd back about a block and declared a riot. Unfortunately, it is a standoff here in Portland. The protesters don't feel like they can give up because they feel that they are standing up for their rights as Americans to not be occupied by their federal government in this fashion. And apparently the federal officers feel like they cannot give up, or Trump feels like he cannot give up. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, he's sent in somewhere between 50 and 150 more agents today. It is 11:15 p.m. here in Portland, and the crowd is only growing larger. Now again, for those of you who were not tuning in earlier, the people that you see in the yellow shirt
Guys, help me share this live stream, please. Get it out from me. Just destruction. That's all these people are after. Destruction and chaos. This has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. This has nothing to do with George Floyd. This is all about destruction and chaos. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in, this is live coverage from Portland, Oregon.
They're getting ready. I can see a few of them in there. They actually call usually about 5 to 10 warnings before they come out.
Just a minute, guys. So we're back.
Doing all right. I caught some taking back shoulders and teeth. Got to see what team sees. Who's team? Team is the big ass Hi, I'm Thunder. It's nice to meet you. Quincy. I don't care what your real name is. Give me your code name and I'm good. Okay? Okay, so pick up a code name. Stop! I don't want to know your real name, okay? I don't want the chance of remembering you. I don't like that. That's good. That's why I trust you. I want all of you like in this other company protected. I'm very important. Okay? You're trying to stand us left and right. Way more. In the name of anarchy.
Well, according to our demand, then never matters.
I'm just like Alex. My company prepared. Just in case anything can happen. Granted, we haven't seen the officers person now. Sure, but I want to look at Okay, look. I'm along with it. Sorry, boss. Throwing your desk back up. Those work though. They do work. Yeah, that's why I wrote these and I put the number card. Granted, it's not much, but it works. It protects my joints. So, make it work. And always got this. Granted, I only use that because I use all your stuff. I live in Portland area. So I don't have to cut So I'm not here to all this. I'm used to it. You just with me. I know. I was there Saturday. Okay, I was on the front line. They legit took my shield out of my hand, tried to push me back, and then made me. And I was like, that doesn't hurt. First of all, you didn't even knock me on my ass. Second of all, I'm wearing gear. I got a face shield and my goggles. And my restaurant. No, but like, I'm also one of the only people that have gear. So like, we only have so many people that have gear. And we need those people on the front lines and protesters to ensure that like protesters and organizers people didn't think this shit was gonna pop off on Saturday.
Hello? They're trying to find out how they can get involved so that they can get the fuck up to management, okay? You don't need to start throwing out random shit, uneducated shit as well. Because the thing is that when you're talking over here, you're talking on behalf of EDM. And the thing is that they're already gonna think that we're done and we're just like, oh, it's for the SPD and we don't know what we're talking about. But then, when people actually spew out uneducated shit, they're gonna associate that with us. Even though our organizers, they know they shit this shit. They've lived through this shit. You guys have not. I'm not talking about people right now. Just talking white people specifically. Like, also, let's talk about the fact that black women are always, like, spoken over, right? They never get to have these conversations. It's always the white man, okay? So this is not your time to talk about this shit. Especially shit that you just learned about 2 months ago or now a self-proclaimed educated person. No, you're not. Try learning that for 25 years. Okay? Alright? And last thing I'm gonna say is if you want to give, like, the council your opinion, that's great. Did you hear about this thing called public comment? Yeah. So, if you haven't heard about it, you can literally look up and Google Seattle public comment. It's that easy. 3 words in Google. It doesn't get harder than that. And I'm sure if you found out about this part, you can find where public comment is. And then even more than that, you can find out when you can speak, when you can sign up. And I'm pretty sure you guys know how to send a fucking email too. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to call people as well. You guys can do that shit. Sorry for all the cussing, but this is like, this is bullshit. Let them have the conversation. Let them actually get to somewhere instead of people just throwing out random bullshit, okay? That's all I have to say. That's it. That's all I got.
Awfully quiet because a lot of people probably pissed the fuck off.
Go off,
We're not saying that everybody's voice here is not relevant. We're not saying that not everybody here has something important to say. If you
tell us, hey, I've got a point, it's blah, 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 I want to speak about it. Of course you can speak about it, but if you can hear TK, you can hear Tati saying something, don't jump in and yell some shit. Like, it's just common sense at that point. I just really want you guys to respect that. And respect the council member as well and not interrupting her. When we ask her a question and she's in the middle of answering the question we ask, don't interrupt and ask a new question. You wait.
Like Nicole was saying, we're all doing this together, guys, but if we're not actually having conversations behind, like, beyond this, and we don't have a conversation about something, like Mighty Mouse said, that represents us. That's like anything that comes out of your mouth represents us, and you haven't had this conversation with us. How do you know that's what we agree on? How do you know that's what we're fighting for? We're all in this together, but we have to communicate that. We have to communicate that. Because, and you know, to be honest, there's not a lot of fucking black people here, so it is very fucking rude that it was all white people speaking over black people when they're trying to talk. When we're trying to get our foot in the door, when we've never had that opportunity. I'm sorry, but you guys have probably had those opportunities to be listened to by council members since you came out of your mom or your parent. They were probably willing to fight for you as soon as you came out, listen to you, do things for you. We haven't had those opportunities. And so it's, just check your privilege a little bit. This is a family thing, but let's make sure we're having conversations so that we're all on the same page. And not just saying random things. Just be more self-aware, guys, of what we're doing. Yeah, not too impressed with that meeting. To be honest, I hate that we had to pull her to the side where there wasn't 100 people talking. I hate that we had to do that. We did get it on camera, so we will post it so everyone is involved, because that's how we do things around here. But I hate that we had to do that and be like, hey, so like we were saying, how are we going to be involved? Because if anyone noticed that that question didn't get answered because of everyone talking. But we need to head out soon. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Always.
All love to check your fucking privilege.
Hello, everybody. Hi. I want to thank the people who introduced themselves to me tonight. I really appreciate you making me feel welcome. A year ago, I organized a protest at the Northwest Detention Center, and 200 people showed up. And being one of the organizers, I wanted to stay until everyone left. But it was getting rather late, about 9 o'clock, and I passed a car with 2 people standing at the car. The hood was up. One gentleman was helping the other person. I stopped. I drove a little bit. I stopped. And something called home training is what we call it. Told me to stop and stay until everyone left. The reason I mentioned home training is because I'm from the Midwest. I'm a black Midwesterner, and we are taught that when you're serving food, you don't eat until everybody has the food in front of them. We're taught that when you are driving a friend home, you wait in the car until they get into the house and turn the light on. And we've done that because of hard lessons we have learned where our people have been disappeared. So, when I was driving away, that's what popped into my head, is that I need to stay to make sure everybody gets home. But I didn't. I struggled with OCD, social anxiety, which is why I stand to myself. And public speaking is triggering all that, so bear with me. Thank you. And so
I went home because I needed to take a shower. I needed to get away from people, and I needed to defrag, as I call it. About 2 o'clock in the morning, I received a text letting me know that one of the gentlemen that remained had attempted to blow up the Northwest Detention Center. And I fell into the deepest depression I have ever experienced in my life. Because I felt if I had stayed and waited until everyone left and went home, maybe that is what would have happened. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because we're talking about Black Lives Matter, but it doesn't just mean defunding SPD. It also means looking at health disparities, how there's a high mortality rate amongst Black women. We have these beautiful, I want you all to know that they're beautiful women who identify as women, I'm sorry, I have a little of a certain age, who are leading these marches, and they're sacrificing their daily lives, times with their family. Some of them are not able to take probably employment opportunities. They're not able to exercise self-care by getting 8 hours of sleep. So I know that they're not going to say what needs to be said. Is, are you all, and I'm holding you accountable, checking in to make sure that they are okay? Do they need a phone bill paid? Do you need a student loan paid? Do you need help with your rent? You need that grocery. Can I get you fresh tomatoes from my garden? You don't have to give them money. You can just provide something to ease the burden, because Black women carry it for everybody. And it drains us, and we end up dying young, and it's unfair to us, because you're always making sure everybody gets home. And when that responsibility is not met, we bear it, and it festers within us until we lose ourselves. So I beg you guys, each and every one of you, take time for yourself. These issues, unfortunately, won't be here, but you are important. And if you're not here to fight, who knows who will step up. So again, as allies, what else you can do is not just equality, you're fighting for equity. Because if everybody gets an equal slice of the pie, you're not addressing historical wrong. With equity, you're bringing everybody up to the same level. And that's imperative. And that's imperative in our society. Foster
walls of veterans linking arms, moms, everyday citizens from all rural communities from around Portland coming in to this 3-block area in droves, in the thousands, to protest the federal occupation, federal secret police occupation ordered by Donald Trump. If you were not tuning in moments ago, They did just fire off tear gas into the crowd, tear gassing these pretty peaceful protesters. The worst thing we've seen are fireworks rattling the fence, and yes, that very small fire up against the fence, again, at least 100 feet from the building. The fire is on the sidewalk, surrounded by cement. From my perspective here, it looks like it's next to a tree, but it actually is not. It's about 15 feet beyond that tree. And I'm sure shortly they will be out again to tear gas the crowd. Again, this is Shauna Peterson live with Real Progressives, live here in Portland, Oregon at the federal officer occupation protest. They have just declared this a riot and are asking protesters to leave. I am standing in front of the Portland Justice Center, which is just next to the federal building, federal courthouse building here. I'm sure we've all seen lots of videos of riots in our lives. I wonder if you think that this compares. Of course, there will be some of you, no matter what I'm showing you, you'll think that this is a riot and that these are violent protesters, but I don't see any violence occurring here, aside from the tear gas coming from the federal office, the federal building.
Well, them trying to burn things down is them being violent. Excuse yourself.
We do have, I would say, close to 3,000 people. Across from this federal building is Chapman Square. That is the park that divides the federal building from the city hall. The park is full, and all of these streets right here in this immediate area are filled with protesters,
Which are antagonizing and putting our police officers' lives at risk.
So that's what you're going to see throughout the night. You're going to see protesters chanting, drumming on the fence, in some cases climbing the fence. You'll see some fireworks being shot, a small fire, and then you'll see the federal officers come out and tear gas the crowd, fire rubber bullets at them, be quite aggressive while declaring it a riot on part of the protesters. And it will just remain that way cyclically throughout the night until the wee hours of the morning. That's it. That's us live here in Portland. That's what's going on. You see it with your own eyes. Come up with your own opinions. Thanks for tuning in to Real Progressives. This is Shauna Peterson, live in Portland, Oregon.
be at the bottom.
Just a second, guys. Just 1 second.